Come spend the week with me, enjoying the little things that make life more beautiful. We are cooking, eating well, and making the most of the last days of summer, both on the balcony and around the city. We are also heading to Costco and Dollarama, training, reading, writing, and, believe it or not, running 30 kilometers. And at the end of the week, we take a quick road trip to Niagara to enjoy the best of the wine region. Grab your favorite drink, relax, and enjoy the video. Below, you will find the timestamps to follow everything I lived and ate this week. With the end of summer approaching, the mornings are taking longer to brighten. I try to see the silver line. Getting to the gym while it's still dark makes me feel like I'm making the most of the day, even though the time is the same no matter the season. Still, there is something about going back as the sun is rising. It feels like I've managed to get ahead of the day. And if it seems like I keep going on about the end of summer, it's because August carries that Sunday feeling. You know, when you wake up already sensing the weekend is slipping away. Living in a place where the cold stretches on for 8, sometimes 9 months, does that to you. You become more aware of every shift in light, temperature, and color. And inevitably, a little more uneasy when you notice summer is slipping through your fingers. I just finished to edit the vlog, the last week vlog. It took me a little more than I anticipated, so I'm kind of in a hurry and I have to start the week cleaning up or tidying the house because I don't know what happens on weekends. Let me know if that happens to you as well. Like, it looks like on Mondays we feel like a hurricane came to our home. It looks like we've never cleaned the house before, actually. I baked pizza last night. I always do that every Sunday night. It's our tradition and we bake our own pizza. I make my dough from scratch and I make it with whole wheat flour so it's healthy. And I always cook double for dinner so I don't have to worry about lunch. I just have to warm this up and it's ready. Usually On Mondays, I make my protein bars. If you're not new here, you saw me making these bars many times, but we still have a decent amount in the fridge. I don't need to make them today. So instead of making my bars, oops, what did I do here? No, okay. So instead of making my protein bars today, I'm gonna make protein cakes, protein mini cakes, because I also like to vary a little bit from time to time. I did it wrong. In this bowl, I was supposed to add the dry ingredients, but I forgot and I added the eggs. And these, they go to the stand mixer bowl. Usually the first time I make a recipe, this recipe for example, I'm making from scratch. I am not following any recipe because I already have an idea of where I can get my protein or my carbs from. I totally recommend you to do the same. If you ever baked a cake and you have an idea, try with the ingredients you have at home. You can mix everything together and you can taste it until you find what you want, the consistency and the taste, of course. But I always have to taste because of the sweetness. For example, I think it's not sweet enough. And because the batter that I have is a little thick, I think instead of adding more stevia, I'm gonna add honey or maple syrup. Yeah, I have maple syrup here. So I'm gonna add just a little of maple syrup and see what happens. Let me try it. So much better. So good. Tonight's dinner starts simple. Sweet potatoes in the oven about 20 minutes until golden. while they roast, I try to turn ground beef into meatballs. I wish I were one of those people who can make perfectly round ones, just like in cookbooks. But I'm not. The shapes are uneven, but the flavor is there, I promise. To go with it, I throw together a quick salad. And just like that, Monday's dinner comes together. Improvised, imperfect, but exactly what it needs to be. Today's run started in the dark, and I have to accept that from now on, that's how it's going to be. The cooler temperature is nice, but it makes recording clips for the vlog a bit tricky. And speaking of cooler weather, today was the first time since spring that I needed to wear a t-shirt while running. Even then, it took a while for my body to warm up in those first minutes. Luckily, it was just a short workout, a little over an hour. But I'm starting to worry about the days when I'll need to run longer distances. The balcony stayed chilly this morning, but I still had a reminder of summer. My hibiscus bloomed, adding a tropical touch to a season that here in Toronto hasn't felt very tropical at all. I'm gonna start the day today with a very Brazilian preparation. I'm gonna soak beans in water to make them for dinner tonight. We Brazilians, I'm a Brazilian Canadian. We love beans. We eat beans with almost everything, especially in my region where I come from. We eat a lot of black beans. Depending on the region in Brazil, you are going to find different preference. Some regions, they consume more what are the other ones? I mean, you can have black beans, you can have red beans, you can have black eyed peas. Is a name. I don't know the names in English, to be honest, but you can find any types of beans. So I'm gonna soak them in water, let them here during the day, because tonight I'm gonna have fresh beans for dinner. Today is protein bar prep day, our go-to dessert almost every day. I've been experimenting with a new recipe that tastes like cookie dough, and it's already become my husband's favorite. I'm still tweaking the texture. Today, for example, I had to add a little more peanut butter and chocolate. Since the afternoon wasn't warm enough to enjoy the balcony, I made some tea and stayed indoors reading. Even short breaks like this, just 15 minutes, work as a much-needed pause, and they shift the rhythm of the rest of the day. are going to Costco because today is grocery shopping day. Of course, I'm gonna bring you with me and show everything that I buy from there. At Costco, it's always the same story. I walk in with my shopping list in hand, but somehow end up wandering aisle by aisle, hoping to stumble upon something I definitely don't need, but convince myself I do. This time I spotted a pair of sneakers, but they only had larger sizes. On the other hand, I came across an Adidas jacket in extra small. And since I loved that style, I added another one to my collection. Alright, now back to the real shopping. The things that were actually on the list and that I truly needed to buy. Want a simple way to swap something processed for something homemade? Make your own tomato sauce. It's quick, easy, and the flavor doesn't even compare. I can't always make it in the quantity I'd like, so I still alternate with store-bought sauce. But here at home, the homemade version is by far the favorite. To keep it simple, I use everything: skin, seeds, the whole tomato. I like the texture that way, to be honest. I know, the pot I picked today was definitely too small. But once the tomatoes start breaking down, spaces freeze up and I can stir and season. At this stage, just salt and pepper are enough. From there, it's all about consistency. You can leave it chunky, blend it smooth, or do what I usually do, use a hand blender to get a middle ground, with little tomato pieces still in the sauce. I add the herbs at the end, once the sauce has completely cooled. As for basil, I never cut it with a knife. I tear it by hand. That way, it keeps its fibers intact and the flavor is so much more intense. Try it, and you will notice the difference. And just like that, we've got fresh sauce ready for pizzas, pasta, or whatever else comes our way. With the sauce done, I move on to dinner. I start with rice, cooked the traditional way, but with a little surprise saved for the end. The salmon I prepare as always, brushed with soy sauce, honey, and ginger. Then wrap it in parchment paper and bake it at 450 Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. It never disappoints. The fish always gets juicy and delicious. And when it's time to finish the rice, in goes the twist. A spoonful of kimchi I picked up today at Costco. Along with its bold flavor, it also brings natural probiotics to the dish. Another day of running in the dark. I don't know if it's common when a marathon gets closer, but I feel the apprehension growing with each passing week. The mornings are getting darker and colder. And I have to admit, running in the peak of summer has always been easier for me. But I set those thoughts aside and focus on the present. Today's workout is an easy one, 15 kilometers at a slow pace. Better not to fill my mind just yet with the 30 waiting for me on Saturday. Of course, when we decided to go out, it rains all day long. I had plans for today. I wanted to go to the dollar store, to Dollarama. If you are from Canada, you know Dollarama pretty well. And I wanted to walk there because I don't have the car today. So yeah, but it's raining all day long. I'm gonna take advantage of this situation that I'm forced to stay home to write. I have a few texts that I have to finish for my newsletter and for other projects, so I'm gonna work on that. By the way, if you are not a subscriber yet, go to lucianacoto.com. You can subscribe to my newsletter there. I post essays, I post fictions sometimes, I post my recipes there, a lot of good things, and I also have an exclusive podcast for paid subscribers. So go to lucianacoto.com and explore the option, see if you like it. I'll be waiting for you there. I'm gonna do laundry now. Actually, not the main laundry. I'm gonna put some kitchen towels and other things in the machine. And I thought it would be a good idea to talk about my running bras. Yeah, they are related. Just because I only have 2 and I run 3 times per week, I need to wash them more than once a week, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to talk about them because people ask me a lot about them. If you don't know, I have silicone implants, so it's a big deal for me. Buying a good sports bra is a big deal. I have many of sports bra for my strength training, but to run, I only wear this style from Nike. Actually, they are different styles, but they are similar. These ones that have this front zip closure, and they are wonderful. I don't feel anything when I run with them. Everything is secured in place. And here's the thing. If you go to a regular Nike store, you can find them for $100, which is pretty expensive. So I usually go to the outlet to buy them, and I get sometimes for $40, $50. I would say it's still kind of expensive, but it's worth it because I don't mess with my breasts. They have to be pretty secured when I run. So just because a lot of people asked me, I have to go to the outlet because I'm running 3 times a week and I only have 2. So for the next vlogs, I believe you are going to see me going to the outlet store, to the Nike outlet store. I don't know if you're familiar with Nike stores, but there is the Nike store, the regular one, the factory store, which you would find in outlets, and then there's the clearance Nike store. So everything that didn't sell on this first level goes to this one, and everything that didn't sell on this level goes to this one. You can find the cheapest Nike merchandise there. It's a mess. I'm not gonna lie, it's not a pretty store, but you can find good deals there. So we are going on the next vlogs as soon as I have the car. One day that my husband doesn't go to work or doesn't go to the office, I'm gonna get the car and we are going there together to buy new sports bras for me, running bras. always talk about the end of summer. Like, I feel melancholic. I feel like I miss summer. I don't like when fall approaches usually, and I feel melancholic, to be honest. And I was writing about it on my newsletter. Go to lucianacoto.com and you can read my essay there about cycles. And I was reflecting that this year I am not feeling that way. I'm actually excited for fall. I don't know, at least I'm making plans for fall. I wanna do things on my office. I have recipes that I wanna try. A lot of fun things are coming, and it's the first time actually. And I was reflecting on that, and I wrote about it that I think, in my opinion, that we miss a cycle or we miss a period in our life when we feel that we didn't do enough. Either because we didn't enjoy enough at that time or we didn't do our best, you know what I mean? And we always have this on the back of our mind. And for me, I think that's true even for, I don't know, relationships, past relationships or past experiences, past trips. Like, if we didn't do our best, we miss that part, or at least we linger about it. So I'm telling you all of this to say that this year I'm not feeling this melancholic feeling. I am actually okay. I'm actually making plans for fall, and I think it's because I enjoyed summer so much. I did the best that I could, and even though I don't think, I would have to make some math here, but I don't think I did as much things I did last summer, but somehow I feel like I enjoy it a little more. I spent a lot of time on the balcony, I explored new places, we went to nice restaurants, so I'm satisfied with summer. And for the first time, I feel ready for fall. Since yesterday, I'd been craving the tomato sauce I made. So for tonight's dinner, I went with whole wheat spaghetti with shrimp. Every year here in Toronto, by the end of summer, they have this huge, how can I say, like a fair, or it's an event super close to home. It's like a very Canadian tradition to go there to celebrate the end of summer. And on the last weekend, they have... What I was trying to say is that there's an air show this weekend, and the fighter jets practiced a few days beforehand above my building. It's loud. Alright, back to the usual routine. As you can see, it's simple. I heat the sauce, add the shrimp, and finish with a handful of spinach, which added not just color but also extra fiber to the dish. And we are finally going to Dollarama, as I told you yesterday, but I couldn't go, so it's time. Let me show you what I got this time from Dollarama. I went there just for this, and I got a lot of other things. I need this to store my protein powder because it's a mess. I usually have 2 different powders because I have chocolate and vanilla. I use both, so I buy both, and it's a mess. Of course, I was thinking about buying something bigger that I could store the whole package, but when I saw this, I liked the idea of having this, how can I call it, a drawer? I don't know. Even if I have to fill it a couple of times, I think it will be better. But I completely forgot that I needed 3 actually, because I need for creatine as well. Anyways, I was looking for clips, those clips to, how can I say, to close packages, sometimes cookie packages, those kind of packages for the kitchen. And I saw these and they are so beautiful. I was actually getting a simple one, but then I saw these. Oh, I had to get them, even though they are more expensive than the other ones, but at Dollarama, we all are rich, right? So I got makeup brushes. The thing with Dollarama brushes, they are not the best, but they are not the worst. And for me, that's a good deal because unless you buy something from MAC or other high-end brands, when you buy from Amazon, for example, or from Winners, other stores, I find that the quality is the same from Dollarama, so I buy there. I got these for the dish soap because I hate the one I have. The one I have is all stainless steel and it's hard to clean. I don't like it. My husband got it. I never like it. So yeah, don't tell him. And they had a lot of things for fall already, but I didn't want to buy right away for fall. The only thing I got for fall was these silicone molds for cakes. Look how beautiful they are. They are autumn themed. And I was thinking for the next vlog, I'm gonna make protein, how can I call it? Let me think. Pumpkin spice protein mini cakes with this. So if you're not a subscriber yet, here is a good reason to be. I've got these, how can I call it? I don't know the name for these. These are clips, hair clips. Yeah, hair clips. They are super summery, I know, and we are the end of summer, but anyways, I thought they were cute. They were only $1.50, so I got. And then I got double side tape for me and this black tape for my husband. He asked me to get, and how can I say, and hair bands. Hair bands? I never know the name for this. I think it's hair band. Yeah. Anyways, oh yeah, and this bucket, because everything we need to quote-unquote get rid of, sometimes we need to donate something or we need to break the cardboards and get to the basement of the building, or we have to bring something to the car. We always leave by the door, so every time we go out we can see it, and it's not beautiful. When I was editing the videos, I was always looking at on the background, and they were there, the cardboards and everything. So I decided to get a bucket, so it's a little more tidy, I would say. Yeah. And by the way, if you didn't subscribe to my newsletter yet, I post the receipts there, so you can see the price for everything there. It's free to subscribe. Go to lucianacouto.com and you can see this receipt there. top of the week, nothing beats relaxing on the balcony with a book. Or rather, nothing beats relaxing on the balcony with a book while watching the fighter jets rehearsing for the weekend's air show. For dinner, I made chicken thighs in the air fryer. This is the kind of snack I like to make on a Friday night when I have a long run the next day. That way I get plenty of good calories, mostly from protein. I also made my homemade mayo to go with it. And added some toast on the side, because carbs are just as important before a heavy training session like the one I've got tomorrow. And here comes the moment I'd been preparing for all week. Running 30 kilometers. I started early, not quite as early as on weekdays, but still before the sun was fully up. I will admit, I was nervous. But to my surprise, my body handled the workout well. At this stage of training, I feel like the mind weighs heavier than the body. One thing is gradually building distance and training muscles and lungs to go further. Another is dealing with the sheer passage of time. Long runs drag on, and sometimes they are just plain boring. Today it took me more than 3.5 hours to finish. At the end, my husband was waiting to film me as I came back from the longest run I've ever done so far. Of course, I am super tired. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Yes, as usual, as every Saturday, if you're not new here, you already know. Actually, until the marathon, I'm gonna run in the end of October. In my routine on weekends, it is gonna be a little different from the usual. If you follow me, you know that usually on Saturdays, we go to a brunch or we go to dinner. And because now until the marathon, I'm gonna run for a long time on Saturdays, we are going to avoid to go out during the day because I have to rest. But tonight we are not going out because tomorrow we are going to a winery in Niagara, and of course I'm gonna bring you with me. So usually I vlog from Monday to Saturday, but I'm gonna extend this vlog to Sunday because Monday is a holiday here, so I don't have to work, so I can rest on Monday. So I'm gonna make a pasta that I always make on Saturdays. It's a pasta that I get from Costco. It's red lentil pasta, so it's packed with protein. I'm gonna use my tomato sauce. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna add some sardine or something to have even more protein, and then I'm gonna rest for the whole Saturday. But don't worry, because I'm planning to do something by night, but home, of course, we are going to enjoy something on the balcony. It's just that we are not going out today. And after resting the whole afternoon, I'm not gonna even cook tonight. We are going to this restaurant. We usually buy food from there. We like the place. So let's have some takeout and get more rest, because tomorrow it's gonna be a fun day. We really like this restaurant. It's Asian, but with such a broad menu that there is something for everyone. Oh, thank you. We ended up ordering the same dish, bulgogi beef. I was starving and wanted both protein and carbs. But what really caught my curiosity was the dessert, fried ice cream. Yes, actual ice cream inside something that looked like a giant fried donut dough. Who would have thought that would work? Honestly, I don't think I would have had the confidence to order that dessert if I hadn't just run 30 kilometers today. But I was still so hungry that we continued on the balcony watching nightfall while snacking on chips. One of the things I find amazing about Toronto is that you can drive just over an hour and reach the wine country. The landscape changes so dramatically in such a short time. Today we visit Chateau de Charmes. I knew it would be beautiful, but I was still surprised when we arrived. It was stunning. Region again because we came here in the beginning of summer, or it was still spring.
I don't remember. I think it was spring already. I think it was summer already.
It was so hot that day.
I think it was summer because it was very hot.
And this, oops, you cannot bring me to nice places, honey. I originally wanted to come to this place when I was researching wineries to come here. Of course, I love the other winery, but I'd already been there before. So I wanted to come to this one, but it was hard to get a reservation. And this week we could get the reservation for this weekend. I think it's because it's the end of summer. And we got the cabana. As you can see, we have this private cabana for an hour and a half or an hour.
I think it was around an hour and a half, yeah.
And we start with a sparkling wine that they bring us as soon as we step in. And then we are going to have a charcuterie board, other wines. But first we are going to have a tour of the property. And yeah, and that's our plan for today. What a hard day ahead. During the tour, we walked through the vineyards and learned about the varieties the winery grows. This is actually one of the oldest in the Niagara region, producing since the 1970s. And some of those vines are still originals. We continued into the cellar, where they explained how the wines are made here. They produce reds, whites, rosés, sparkling wines, and of course, Niagara's most famous specialty, ice wine. then to start, they brought us cheese puffs, which are very familiar to us because they are Brazilian. We eat these a lot in Brazil. Actually, in Brazil, we call it pão de queijo, which would be cheese bread. I think they are getting popular right now here in North America. So yeah, bring it on because we love those.
So this is the aligoté. Nope. Yes, that's the aligoté. Here's the rosé. And this is your Cabernet Franc. And the Cabernet Sauvignon at the very end. Right here. And then for you, we have the Old Vines Riesling. Then your barrel-aged Chardonnay. The Merlot. And Achilles.
Thank you.
I'll leave this in case you want to use
Okay.
it with the board. And then I'll grab this big for you guys. How's everything?
We've never been disappointed by a Niagara winery, but this experience felt exceptional. Especially for me, since I end up drinking almost all the wine, mine and my husband's, because he only tastes a little so he can drive us back.
This is our ice wine and ice cream. So I've actually got you guys some of our brand new ice wine. This ice wine is a Riesling ice wine, and we actually just got it in yesterday.
Oh,
So it's very new. Are you guys done with this? Or?
yes, we're still working on it.
Okay, nice.
Thank you.
Alright, no worries. The bees are going everywhere. Yeah, so what we kind of recommend to do with this is you can pour a little bit of ice wine over the ice cream, and it's kind of like a syrup that kind of goes with the ice cream really well. Both are really sweet. This Riesling ice wine has got some lovely notes of citrus and florals. So you guys will have to let me know how it is because I haven't even tried it.
Couple hours from Japan, would you stay awake? I'm losing touch of who I am when you're far away. And I feel like I'm running in circles around you. And I know I've been acting strange for a while.
Before heading home, we looked up a good pizza spot along the way and found a highly rated place in St. Catharines.
And no one knows that I want you close. I'm not overthinking feelings. I just need you to know that I want you close. Closer than before. I know that we've been through a lot. Never had
The drive back wasn't the fastest since the event happening in our neighborhood had the whole city caught in traffic.
said. And I feel like I'm running in circles around you.
But all we needed to close out a day like this was a good pizza enjoyed with the last rays of Sunday sun on the balcony.
Closer than before. And no one knows that I want you close. I'm not overthinking feelings. I just need you to know that I want you close.
Thank you for spending the week with me, but we don't need to say goodbye just yet. You can spend another week with me on the video I left here for you.